The time winds down. They did it. It's over. The game is over. The series is over. The wait is over.
Yeah, drinking dope, turn me to a superhero. Yeah, hit that pill, turn me to a superhero.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to We Out Here 314 Sports Podcast. Before we start the video today, guys, go down, follow, and like our Instagram and TikTok at We Out Here 314, and please give a like, sub, turn on post notifications so that you guys can get post notifications so that you guys can follow up with all of our videos and content. So today, me and KP are going to be talking about our Week 18 NFL predictions. It is the last week of the NFL. It's crazy, you guys, how fast this has gone. It's just unbelievable how fast the season can go by, but I think this should be a very good final week of football. What do you think, KP?
I think it's definitely going to line up to how it's going to be a huge week for how playoff picture goes. I know for the AFC side, I don't know that much for the NFC side, but this will be a huge week, I think.
Absolutely. So,
I guess I'll cut you off. Going into this week, prediction-wise, I'm in the lead right now. I'm 18-11. KT is 16-13 before this, so we're pretty neck and neck. This is of course without the Bengals and Bills game that we predicted. I predicted the Bills, he predicted the Bengals, but we do not really know when that game will be up, so it's probably going to be maybe like a week 19. It's kind of up in the air where that's going to go right now if they even play it.
Yeah.
But that's what our record is right now before we get everything started in that.
Yep. So this week we have believe it or not, we got a 2-day football weekend for us. So this
Saturday and Sunday, they moved all
Saturday
the Thursday
and Sunday,
games.
yes. So this Saturday is going to be, I believe, was there an extra game added? Because I knew it was the Chiefs versus the Raiders and the Titans versus the Jaguars. I saw something about maybe the Ravens playing on Saturday. Was that true, or did it change or anything? I wasn't sure if anything was changed or anything.
I don't think so. I think the only two games got moved were the Chiefs, Raiders, Titans, Jags.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, KP, I guess I'll start out with Saturday, and then we can go Saturday. You can go Saturday, and then we'll move on to Sunday. So, Saturday, Chiefs versus Raiders. It's the final game, and it's actually a big game, I think, for the Chiefs because to maintain the possible spot of keeping the 1 seed or having the 1 seed, they need to win against the Raiders. And last week, the Raiders actually put up a pretty good game against the 49ers. It was actually pretty close. Brock Purdy, though, had a pretty good game. He had a few lucky throws here and there, but he was able to get the win. So I expect the Chiefs-Raiders game to be decently close, but I think the Chiefs will pull away 31-21 at Las Vegas, extending their record to 14-3. And then we have the Titans versus Jaguars. This actually will be a statement game for either team, and I especially think for Trevor Lawrence, it could be a statement win to slip into a possible playoff spot. So I think the Jags are going to pull away 24-17. I think Josh Dobbs was named the Titans' starting quarterback this week, so I think it'll be a pretty good game. There'll be some rough plays here and there, but I think Trevor Lawrence and the Jags are going to pull away. But, yeah, so KP, what do you think for Saturday?
So we're just doing the Chiefs, Raiders, Titans, Jags, right?
Oh, correct.
Okay. So the 3:30 game, the Chiefs, I think they're like a 10-point spread to be up for the over.
Yeah, right now it is.
I think the Chiefs are going to win that one pretty fairly easily to help clinch, to help get their clinch spot, to help get home field advantage and clinch. I want to say the Jags-Titans game is closer than you think, because if the Jags lose and Titans win, they're tied, and then it goes, I think, head-to-head. I don't know who has the head-to-head right now, but that's a big game. The Jags are pretty hot, so I'm going to say the Jags are going to take the AFC South, and they're going to take the win there. So I got the Chiefs and the Jags for that.
All right. Now for Sunday's Week 18 NFL predictions. KP, you're starting us off for this Sunday. What do you got?
Okay, it's the Browns and Steelers game I think I have first. I have the Steelers winning that game. I think that's going to clinch the division for them, a big game. My Seahawks are going to beat the Rams to hopefully help get the last spot in there. They need the Packers to lose, so hopefully that happens. Bucks and Falcons, I have the Buccaneers winning that one. Bills and Patriots, I got the Bills winning that one. Vikings, Bears, I think the Vikings are going to bounce back from an absolute manslaughter of last week. They're going to go back and beat the Bears down. Ravens, Bengals, I think Bengals are going to They're going to get that one, help their chances for the first seed. Chargers, Broncos, I got the Chargers. Lions, Packers. I need the Lions to win, but I think the Packers are going to win, and they're going to clinch the last spot. Texans, Colts, probably the worst game of the year. I know we've said that a lot. It could go either way. Flip a coin. I'm going Colts. Jets and Dolphins. I'm going to go Dolphins. Saints and Panthers. Panthers need one. Aren't they out, though? I think they're out of contention. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Yeah, they don't need shit. But I had the Panthers winning that one. Giants, Eagles. I got the Eagles winning that one. Cards versus Niners. I got the Niners to help get their one spot in home field advantage. Cowboys versus Commanders. I got the Cowgirls winning that one. So those are my predictions. Hopefully from there, we keep on winning our weeks, and so we can bring it home for the regular season against KT, baby.
All right. So there's a few games that I like, and then there's a few games, obviously, that are different than what I predicted. But just know my Sunday predictions, they're not in order of the games, so like noon, 3:25, all that. So my first game, Cardinals versus the 49ers, with the Cardinals so banged up. And then I just saw today that Kyler Murray got out of his surgery, so, that'll be an awkward comeback, more grind time for him, I guess.
I don't think he's playing.
No, he's not. He just got out of surgery for his ACL. But I saw that.
ACL, he is not playing.
Yeah. So I got the 49ers winning that one. I don't think there's much to say about that one, really. Browns versus Steelers. I got the Steelers winning this one. They could have a potential playoff berth depending how a few other games go. So I got the Steelers pulling away with that one. Ravens, Bengals. I've got the Bengals taking away this game against the Ravens. I mean, they have not been able to score much whatsoever since Lamar, and it shows that without Lamar, Ravens, they're not really that promising. They got some potential, but really not much. Vikings, Bears. I got the Vikings pulling away with this one, so they can clinch a pretty high playoff spot. They could have potential for one seed. I just don't know if it's really going to happen. But I got the Vikings. So for the Cowboys, Commanders, I got the Cowboys. They do have a potential one seed spot. It's off on right now. There's just stuff's got to fall correctly, but they have a shot. Lions, Packers. I got the Packers pulling away with this one. I predicted they'd beat the Vikings last week, and I think the way that our offense worked, I think it'll be a close game. I got the Packers pulling away with that one. Patriots versus Bills. I got the Patriots winning this one. If the Bengals-Bills game happened and the Bills managed to lose and the Patriots would win this week, they'd have a playoff spot, but the way it's just went, it's not really looking promising. But I got the Bills winning that. The Rams versus Seahawks. Rams aren't promising whatsoever. They just want to get this year over with. Seahawks, they have a decent shot. If there's a few things, I think it's that if the Packers lose, they have a shot at the playoffs. So I got the Seahawks.
Turn me up.
I got the Seahawks.
Yeah, turn me up.
Yep, I got the Seahawks pulling away with that one. So they're gunning for a playoff spot. Jets versus Dolphins. I got the Dolphins. They're trying to slip into that playoff spot. But the Dolphins have been a huge letdown. Tua, I don't really know what to say about Tua. I don't know if he's going to be back or not. I haven't heard much, but I just feel bad for Tyreek because who knew that would be the case for Miami? They were hyped up in the offseason, but, you had the Dolphins beating the Jets there. Buccaneers versus Falcons. I got an upset alert, KP. I got the Falcons. I got them pulling off an upset against the Buccaneers.
You picked them against the Ravens.
I
don't know why. I don't know why you like the Falcons so much.
I don't know either. But I just I see some stuff that I like in the Falcons. I think they'll have a decently good rebuild next year. But it's just the Buccaneers. They already clinched a playoff spot really because they won their division. So
they can't get if they can't get any higher seed, then they might bench some people. So you could be right.
Yeah, that is true. They could end up playing the Cowboys though in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean if they don't have any way of getting a higher seed, then I think that they'll definitely the Falcons could win that game.
Yeah, but when I last prediction with the Falcons, they lost 19-17. I believe it was against the Ravens. So how that goes. But the Giants versus the Eagles. If Jalen Hurts isn't back, gotta go with the Giants. It shows that without Jalen Hurts, that team is just they're not as hype as they seem. Yes, they're good, but without Jalen, it's just I don't know what to believe. Panthers versus Saints. Panthers, they had a shot to make playoffs, but, it's over now. So the Saints game, and the Saints aren't much like of a really good thing to believe with either. But I've got the Panthers pulling away with that game. The Chargers versus Broncos. Chargers already clinched the playoff spot, but I got to beat the Broncos even after their close game with the Chiefs. Chiefs pulled away with that one, but I got the Chargers beating the Broncos. And then finally, Texans versus Colts. Not much to expect this game. Both teams are rebuilding.
That's the definition of the toilet bowl.
Yeah, that is very true. I don't know. Is it in Houston or is it in Indianapolis? Because if it's in Houston,
I think it's in Indy.
Okay, well, that's a little better than being at Houston, where there's actually a decent crowd in Indy. But I got the Texans winning this game. It's just the Colts really do not have a quarterback. Nick Foles, I think he tore his ACL last game or something like that. And then I think Sam Ellinger will play quarterback. Guy from Texas a couple years ago. He's a pretty good quarterback down there. But that's what I've got for our Week 18 NFL predictions. Final week of the NFL. Can't believe that. Can't believe I'm saying that.
Yeah, I think the thing that I want to end on is we were going to do a playoff scenario video, AFC, NFC, so we kind of mixed a little bit of that. The AFC is kind of up in the air because you have 5 teams kind of going in to get that last spot. NFC is just it's just the Packers, Lions, Seahawks trying to find that 7th spot, and then you have the Eagles, Niners, Cowboys fighting for the 1. But that Bengals-Bills game with the DeMar Hamlin injury and everything with that and the game getting postponed, it kind of pushes our scenarios and everything with that. So we'll probably, I want to say for the next video, we're going to probably go over like recap of the next Week 18 and kind of see what the playoff picture is and what is going to be told for them. Because after all these games, hopefully we don't know what's going to go with the Bengals-Bills thing. But then we can give you guys a video that's going to talk about the playoff picture and then go off our predictions and picks for that for playoffs. But that was kind of one thing I wanted to let you guys know that we had coming up, so you guys can look forward to that and just so you guys are updated with everything as well.
Yeah, right now we're just kind of, we're eyeballing it because yes, the NFL, they postponed the game. It's not going to happen this week for the Bills-Bengals. We're also just trying to find out if that game's going to take place because that game would have decided our playoff pictures. I mean, that would have been for sure. And it's kind of hard to do that when, unfortunately, DeMar Hamlin incident happened. And, it's just so unfortunate. But, we're just waiting what the NFL has to say if that game's going to take place. Because if it doesn't, then it'll be easier for us to predict playoff picture. But we're just waiting on the word from the NFL, what they got to say. But that's what we're, kind of like deciding right now. We're just eyeballing it. But sure. I think that's all we got for today, KP. You got anything else?
No, the only thing I got is just obviously keep DeMar, family, Bills, Bengals, and kind of
absolutely
any injury that can kind of happen in this sport that we love so much.
And I wanted to mention, actually, a lot of people have actually mentioned this a lot. I've seen it on First Things First, and Disputed and stuff like that. The charity that DeMar Hamlin has, how about that? I think it started out with like $5,000 to $10,000. And then, the next day...
All he wanted was $2,500, and last I checked...
It's like $5.5 million, something like that?
Like $7 million, I checked before dinner. But I just hope that he, if and when he wakes up or anything, because I've heard he's doing better, but he's still been, sedated.
Yeah, I've seen that. Something like his uncle said something like that.
Hopefully he can see how much of his going to his cause and all that, and that could help his hopes and everything with that. But that was kind of the main thing we had. Wanted to make sure get our thoughts and opinions on it for this video too. But
I think that's all we got for this week, you guys. Thanks for tuning in for our NFL Week 18 predictions. We hope you guys have actually. This has been a fast season, but we hope you guys have enjoyed our few podcasts that we put together. We got a very, very fun playoffs coming up, so make sure to tune in for those. But before you guys leave, make sure to go down, follow, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you guys can get notifications when we post. And also go follow our Instagram and TikTok at We Out Here 314 Sports Podcast. And with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.
Really didn't.